Hello, welcome to another episode of Tales of the SITBIT. Um, the idea of SITBIT came around 1998, around Thanksgiving 1998 to be exact. And it was one of the most exciting time of my life because ideas was mushrooming. I had so many different new ideas. I was young enough to be, to have the energy to pursue so many different things, and perhaps my most proud moment professionally came around that time frame between 1998 and 1999 because I was working full time in wealth management, asset management, portfolio manager, stock analyst, all that stuff. And one of the things that I have hang around my office at home is certificate. It's I don't put up my diploma from college and my MBA and all that. That's not something that it's nice, but it's not something that I'm like, wow. If there's anything I'm the most proud as far as achievement academically would be me getting my CFA. For those in asset management, portfolio management, and anything related to the stock market, you probably has heard of CFA, right? And on my wall, which I took down just for this particular video, is of course this humongous plaque that everybody receive after they achieve that certificate. It's 3 tests in 3 years, and basically, it's not everything you need to know about the stock market, but it covers economics, accounting, finance, and all other things related to the stock market. But it's not an easy thing to do. It's probably the toughest thing that I had to study for over the 3 year time frame from 97, 98, and 99. Okay, those were the 3 years that I took each test in order to achieve, as well as I think you have to pass 3 tests as well as work 5 years in the industry, something like that. Just like the CPA, if you to get the CPA, you need to pass the test as well as work a few years in for a public accounting firm. Same thing with this certificate. You have to work 5 years in finance as well as passing the 3 tests. And I think I was very proud of that because I achieved this when I was working full time. By full time, for anyone that work in corporate finance, high finance, no, full time is not 40 hours a week. Full time is 50 to 60 hours a week, and study for that test as well as pursuing all my startups at the time. So it was a crazy time. I think I went on maybe 4 or 5 hours sleep a day. I was always so excited to wake up, to get going on all the different projects and even studying. I was excited. And it's good to be young, to have all the energy to do all of that. And if there's anything people ask me, what I'm most proud in my academic career, it would be achieving that, because the test is hard, but the circumstance around studying for that test and everything else around it make it a big achievement, for personal achievement for me, because I know I had a lot on my plates and I set out a goal and I got it. The thing is, even when I was studying for this, I know long term I'm not gonna be in the, I don't need it. Okay, I don't need this because I know even by 1999 that I am within a few months from starting my own business or leaving the firm and doing my own things. And my current business does not require me to have this certificate to be successful. Sure, it is a nice feather on the cap as far as, you know, having a designation behind my name for my resume when I testify in hearing. But let's move on to the books. Enough of the SITBIT stuff, right? I have done a video about buying a comic book, a low-grade comic book, and not check for missing coupons or cutout, okay? And yes, I made that mistake more than once. I bought a lot of film fanzine a long time ago. A bunch of them, not that complete set, but I saw on eBay. I'm big on fanzines, and I saw the lot, and I'm like, oh, cool, you know, it's cheap, it's affordable, it's less than $10 per magazine. Why not? Of course, I bought it, and because it's fanzine, I don't need to check. I wasn't in a hurry to read it yet. I didn't check anything, and guess what? I think even 3 or 4 months later, way past the return deadline, I open up the package, and to my surprise, or to my sadness, yes, Film 1. Is it a big deal? No. It's a fanzine. I have no idea what Film 1 go for these days. I know, you know, Film 10 or other Film 3 are highly sought after, but Film 1, although it's a cool item, not so much. But even then, it's a good reminder that if you buy something, regardless if it's $5, regardless if it's low grade, check the book. Open the book, flip through the pages, do yourself a favor, okay? I have, after this, which is my second time, since then, I will not make the mistake ever again. Everything I purchased since the discovery of this missing coupon has been flipped through, page counted, because I'm not going to make that mistake. And I have found a few over the years that I bought that I have missing pages or coupons. So I'm glad that I have that discipline, and I can't stress enough that if you're gonna buy vintage back issues, do it. Unless it's the book off the rack that you bought for yourself. Anything else that you buy from other people, check for missing stuff. You have to, even if it's $5, okay? Now to the good SITBIT. You know, I collect Thor. It's not a main title that I chase after. Not a main title that I chase after. But if I see good stuff, I buy it. And when Thor Ragnarok, when Guardian of the Galaxy 2 was announced, and it was announced that Eagle was gonna be in the movie, right away, 2 of the books, Thor 132 and 133, is off my list because I'm not chasing that. No way. We all know villain books, they go up and then they crash after the movie because that's just the way things happen. So even though those 2 books was never high on my priority to buy, it's something I want, and I will be patient to wait. And sure enough, after the movie, those 2 books cooled down, and when I saw these 2 books together in a listing for under $100, if you want to check the prices, you know, for 8.5 of these two books, you would pay a lot more than less than $100 for these two. And guess what? Voila, two beautiful copy. Okay, gorgeous copy, high grade. I say about 8.5. Okay, 132 is slightly nicer condition. This one, but it's still beautifully centered. Okay, patient pay, right? I can't say enough about don't chase. Do not chase, okay? It's never a smart thing to chase anything relate to the movies. Best thing you can do for yourself, do yourself a favor, sit on your hands and let the movie mania die down, and then you can find the bargain like I did. Okay, I can guarantee you, if these two books were listed on eBay 6 months before the movie, it would be twice as much easily, right? And people would buy it. They would think it's a bargain. Nah, for 285 copy under $100, yeah, that's my kind of purchase. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Bye bye.